Where will the next Temple of Jerusalem be built? Hypothesis. The next Temple of Jerusalem may not be built upon Jerusalem's Temple Mount, Haram al-Sharif, but upon Mount Zion, at the city of David, over the Gihon Spring. This video will consider 5 propositions. 5 apparent facts about the Temple Mount. 5 apparent facts about Mount Zion. 5 apparent facts about both sites. 5 apparent scriptural mentions of the temple site at Mount Zion. 5 apparent implications for the near future. Five apparent facts about the Temple Mount. The Temple Mount remains under Muslim jurisdiction, to this day, December 2015. The Temple Mount did not become a Jewish tradition until the 17th century CE. There is no ancient documentary or archaeological evidence for Jewish temples located upon the Temple Mount. The entire Temple Mount was the site of the Roman Fort Antonia, with up to 6,000 military personnel of the 10th Fretensis Legion, and others. The Hebrew Scriptures, as well as eyewitnesses, locate the temples on Mount Zion, southeast of the Temple Mount. Five apparent facts about Mount Zion. The Hebrew Scriptures locate the Jerusalem temples at the city of David, upon Mount Zion, over the Gihon Spring, to the southeast of the current Temple Mount. Other eyewitness accounts agree with the Hebrew Scriptures. The Gihon Spring is still flowing upon Mount Zion. Mount Zion remains sufficiently large to accommodate the temple. Archaeological finds upon Mount Zion support its being an ancient, Hebrew worship site. Five apparent facts about both sites. There are no remaining temple structures at either site. The two sites are distinguished in scripture and other literature. The Gihon remains the only active spring in Jerusalem. The second temple was known to be situated near Fort Antonia. Both sites have been proposed by historians, by theologians and by archaeologists. Five apparent scriptural mentions of the temple site at Mount Zion. The king and his men went to Jerusalem against the Jebusites. David took the stronghold of Zion, that is, the city of David. When David saw that Yahweh had answered him at the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite, he sacrificed there. Solomon began to build the house of Yahweh, in Jerusalem, on Mount Moriah, where Yahweh had appeared to David his father, at the place that David had appointed, on the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. We have thought on your steadfast love, O God, in the midst of your temple. Let Mount Zion be glad, walk about Zion, go around her, number her towers. You shall know that I am Yahweh your God, who dwells in Zion, my holy mountain. And in that day, a fountain shall come forth from the house of Yahweh, and water the valley of Shittim. Many peoples shall come, and say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, that he may teach us his ways and that we may walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go the law, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. Five apparent implications for the near future. Jews may abandon praying at the Wailing Wall, a part of a pagan fortress become a Muslim shrine. Construction of a new temple could begin immediately without violating international agreements, and without a violent reaction. According to Revelation 11, after the temple and altar will have been constructed, The outside court will remain under Gentile domination for some 42 months. A lawless, international leader, the Jewish beast, the Christian Antichrist, the Muslim Al-Dajjal, must enter the temple sometime before Messiah arrives. The Third Temple remains a valid point of reference for discussions about biblical eschatology, future events.